Good morning. Do you have your cup of tea? Today I am outside in the sun. I'm feeling so grateful for the sunshine. And I'm here with catnip and origaron and some chickweed. And I wanted them to meditate with us today because the last time we met, we were talking about working in partnership with the plants inside our own bodies. And I made a mention about what we are doing in partnership with the plants for the plants. How are we repaying them for the work that they do in our bodies? And that's what I want to think about today. So have a seat with your cup of tea. Wiggle around a little so that you can find some comfort. Don't worry about the distractions that you might hear. Maybe you have kids running around. Maybe there are cars going by. Whatever. Just enjoy the warmth of the teacup on your fingers. You can take a deep breath and smell the aroma of your tea. You can take a sip and taste the flavor on your tongue. And remember that the flavor that you're tasting is actual parts of the plant, actual chemicals inside the plant. And those were made by the plant for a reason. And your body can make use of them as well. But the plant needed those for its own purposes, to keep itself healthy and to help itself survive through drought or other kinds of stress, to help itself survive through sickness. Plants get sick too, just like humans do. So you might be thinking that it's easy to be in partnership with plants inside our bodies when we want the plants to have an effect on us. But how can we be in partnership with the plants to have beneficial effect on them? And the first is just to get some plants near you. And it's okay if you live in a city and you just have some plants in a pot in whatever little backyard you might have. That's fine, even if all you have is a porch. These plants are very happy in this pot. And as long as I'm attentive to them, make sure that they have the sun that they want and plenty of water when they need it, then they'll be perfectly happy and healthy here. And getting into relationship with living plants, even if it is just one potted plant in your apartment, is the first thing that we can do to start thinking about what we can give back to the plants. But it doesn't have to stop there. We get to know them just like we get to know a friend. We get to know them by spending time with them. And the more that we spend time with one or two plants in a pot in our apartment or on our porch, the more that we feel our curiosity growing about the plants that are around us in the wild. When you go to the park, you start to notice the plants. Instead of, oh, it's just all that green over there. You start to notice the individual shapes of the individual leaves. You start to become more aware of how much rain we've had and whether or not the plants are getting enough water. And you start to become more and more aware of the effects that we have on our environment. And all of that happens naturally when you start to get into relationship with a plant. You don't need a big, expensive, fancy garden. It's great if you have one, but that's not necessary. All you need is just one pot with a plant or two in it to start paying close attention to, and to start recognizing that plants are alive the same as we are, the same as our pets are, and that their lives are worth protecting. It's this shift in the way that we think that will start to shift the way that we behave as well. So while you're thinking about that and holding your teacup, feeling the warmth of your teacup on your fingers and the weight of the cup in your hands, just focus on this for right now. When your teacup is done, that's okay. You can go back to whatever it is that needs your attention. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's work that you're trying to do from home right now. But for just the length of this cup of tea, try to ignore whatever other distractions are around you and just focus on your tea. Maybe later, you can see if you can't find a plant near you that you can make friends with, even if it's just a weed in the yard. I'll see you tomorrow with another cup of tea.